Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered, what if things were different? What if our planet, our cozy cosmic home, was suddenly twice its size? I'm not talking about some gradual, over millions of years kind of change. I'm talking instantaneous, boom, double the Earth. What would happen to gravity, to the air we breathe, to life itself? Let's dive into this thought experiment and explore the mind-blowing consequences of a supersized Earth. Buckle up, space cadets, it's going to be a wild ride. Okay, first things first, let's talk numbers. If Earth's diameter doubled, its surface area would increase by 4 times. That's a lot more real estate, but hold on. Volume. The actual amount of stuff inside Earth would increase by 8 times. Think about that for a second. We'd have a planet 8 times more massive than before, all crammed into that bigger but not proportionally bigger space. You see where I'm going with this, right? Things are about to get really interesting, really fast. This massive increase in mass would have a profound effect on everything we know. Imagine mountains struggling to hold themselves up, oceans changing their depths, and even the very air we breathe feeling heavier. It's like taking everything we know about Earth and cranking it up to 11. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Remember, we're talking about a sudden, dramatic change, not a gradual shift over eons. Life on Earth has evolved to thrive under very specific conditions, and this sudden shift would throw everything for a loop. Let's talk about gravity, that invisible force that keeps our feet firmly planted on the ground. With 8 times the mass, Earth's gravitational pull would be significantly stronger, almost double what we're used to. Now picture yourself suddenly weighing twice as much. Every step you take would feel like you're wading through molasses, a real workout, wouldn't it? But it's not just us humans who'd feel the strain. Animals, plants, even buildings, everything would have to cope with this sudden increase in weight. Trees might buckle, skyscrapers could crumble, and forget about birds soaring effortlessly through the sky. Flight would be a whole new challenge in this high-gravity environment. Imagine the evolutionary pressure. Creatures would need stronger bones, more muscular structures, and entirely different ways of moving to survive. It'd be like hitting the reset button on the evolutionary game, with gravity as the ultimate game master. Let's move on to the air we breathe. Remember that denser atmosphere we talked about? Well, it wouldn't just feel heavier, it would behave differently too. The atmospheric pressure would skyrocket, making every breath a conscious effort. Think about scuba diving at great depths. That feeling of pressure, that's what we'd be dealing with on a daily basis. But it's not just the pressure. A denser atmosphere would trap more heat, leading to warmer temperatures globally. Add to that the potential for more greenhouse gases. And we're talking about a planet that might be significantly hotter than what we're used to. This change in atmospheric composition could also affect weather patterns. Imagine more intense storms, heavier rainfall, and winds with the force of a hurricane on a regular basis. It's safe to say that a double-sized Earth would have a whole new definition of extreme weather. Chapter 4, Shaking Things Up, Tectonic Fury on a Supersized Earth. Now let's dig a little deeper, literally, into the heart of our double-sized Earth. All that extra mass pressing down would put immense pressure on the planet's core. What happens when you squeeze something really, really hard? It tends to push back, right? That's where things get really exciting or terrifying, depending on how you look at it. We'd see a surge in geological activity, with earthquakes becoming more frequent and volcanic eruptions reaching new levels of intensity. Imagine the ground beneath your feet constantly shifting, rumbling with the power of a planet adjusting to its new size. Even the shape of our planet wouldn't be immune to these changes. Mountains under the immense pressure of doubled gravity might actually shrink over time. Plate tectonics, the engine driving the movement of continents, would operate under a whole new set of rules. It's a recipe for a planet in constant flux, a dynamic and ever-changing landscape unlike anything we've ever known. Chapter 5, Oceans in Flux, the Fate of Water on a Doubled Earth. We've talked about the land, the air, even the very core of our supersized Earth. But what about the oceans? Well, here's the thing. The amount of water on Earth wouldn't magically increase just because the planet got bigger. We'd have the same amount of water spread over a surface area 4 times larger. You do the math, that's a lot less ocean. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean we'd have vast arid deserts everywhere, but it does mean that our oceans would be significantly shallower. Coastlines would change dramatically, land masses might merge, and the entire global ecosystem would be thrown into disarray. Imagine the impact on marine life, on weather patterns, on the very balance of the planet's climate. Of course, there's always the possibility that the process of Earth doubling in size could involve some cosmic water delivery. But even then, the distribution and behavior of those oceans would be dramatically different on a supersized Earth. It's a fascinating and potentially very wet thought experiment. Chapter 6. Life Finds a Way. Evolution on a Doubled Earth. Let's wrap things up by considering the most mind-blowing question of all. Could life as we know it survive on a double-sized Earth? The short answer? It's complicated. Remember that intense gravity, the denser atmosphere, the increased pressure, and the potential for a much hotter climate? Those are some serious challenges for life to overcome. But life is incredibly resilient. Over billions of years, it's adapted to extreme environments here on Earth, from the depths of the ocean to the unforgiving cold of Antarctica. So it's not entirely impossible that life on a doubled Earth would find a way to adapt. We might see the rise of new, incredible species, creatures built low to the ground with dense bone structures and powerful muscles to withstand the crushing gravity. Plants might evolve to be shorter, sturdier, and more efficient at extracting moisture from the thinner air. It would be a whole new chapter in the story of life, a testament to the power of evolution to shape and mold life in the face of extraordinary circumstances. So, there you have it. A double-sized Earth would be a wild place, a planet of extremes where gravity reigns supreme, the atmosphere feels heavy, and the very ground beneath your feet is in constant motion. Life, if it were to exist, would be unlike anything we've ever seen before, shaped by the relentless forces of a supersized world. It's a humbling reminder of just how delicate the balance of our own planet is, and how fortunate we are to live on a world so perfectly suited for life as we know it. But it also sparks our curiosity, doesn't it? The universe is full of wonders, of planets and possibilities beyond our wildest imaginations. Perhaps somewhere out there, in the vast expanse of space, a supersized Earth exists, teeming with life that has conquered challenges we can only dream of. And who knows, maybe one day, we'll have the technology to journey to these distant worlds and witness their wonders firsthand. Until then, keep looking up, keep asking questions, and never stop exploring the universe and its infinite possibilities. So, a double-sized Earth would be a wild place with heavier gravity, denser atmosphere, shallower oceans, more tectonic action, and life forms built to endure the intense conditions. Fascinating, right?